Last time on Fairy Tale, 100 Years Quest. As Natsu and Suzaku's battle against Dogramag takes a crushing turn as Suzaku finds himself rocked like a hurricane, Celine is doing her best to use the last of her power to open up portals so that the members of Fairy Tale can get to Dogramag's Dagra core, things that empower and strengthen his body. With them destroyed, it'll be an easier time taking him down. An easy enough task, but Gray finds one spanner in the works. An unknown entity has entered into the labyrinth and has stolen one of the Dagra cores. Who is this person, and what is he after? Join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, Fairy Tale, 100 Years Quest, Chapter 113, Alchemist Guild. An Alchemist Guild. And a nice little picture of Gray on the phone with Juvia, or on a communication lacrima? It's like, wait a minute, phones in Fairy Tale? Nah, communication lacrima. Even when they're apart, their hearts are always connected. Oh, Cullen the Bay. That Gray has come face to face with a thief, stealing one of the Dagra cores. Gray questions, who the hell are you? A Diablos member? The unknown man says, Diablos? Oh right, they're the #1 wizard guild on this continent. Gray questions, so Diablos was that powerful a guild? The unknown man says, for a wizard guild anyway. I'm Sai, from the continent's #1 alchemist guild, Gold Owl. Alchemist guild? Gray questions, and so do I. I've never heard of an alchemist guild. Alchemy, interesting. Gray questions, I don't get all the details. But alchemy's kinda like magic, right? Sai says, I mean, it'd be a pain in the ass to explain, so whatever. But Gray states, well anyway, I can't let you have that stone. Sai says defiantly, yeah, well this is a treasure I found, so I ain't gonna let you have it. Gray tries to explain, that's no treasure. It's part of the dragon that made this labyrinth. And Sai states his case. I know. That's what makes it treasure, right? This here's gonna become crucial alchemy material for expanding my guild. The hustle can't hurt, but he doesn't understand the stakes. Gray gives a sigh and says, looks like I got no choice. Just don't hold it against me. Sai takes offense to the statement, saying, huh? You really think it's okay for Mr. Wizard who doesn't know alchemy to pick a fight? But Gray dismisses this and goes into a stance for ice make. Sai holds his arms, saying transmute, and slides his arms apart. And he says, I'm gonna change you into another form. Oh, he turns Gray into Juvia with an ability called Love Bond. I mean, I guess. Yeah, alchemy is the power of transmutation, turning one thing into another. But I would think that would mostly only work on inorganic matter. Just change a person, that's weird. Gray looks at his hands that are steaming and questions, huh? My magic's gone. What happened to my voice? Yeah. Promptly looks down and notices a couple of things that have been added to his body. He touches it a little bit and he goes, grabs at his face and goes, wait, what the, Juvia? I turned into Juvia? I was questioning the fact that Juvia didn't appear in this story arc. Sai states, I transmuted your bond, okay, with the woman you're in love with. Oh, that's so sweet. How's it feel? Are you happy? I don't know why you'd be happy about that. That's real weird. And of course Gray's like, huh? Sai states, through that bond's transmutation, you've taken on that woman's form and lost your powers. That is a weirdly specific ability, I gotta tell you. That's a little overpowered if you could just transform someone without even touching them and just lose their powers. Like, that's a little too broken. There's gotta be some kind of caveat to that. Gray tries to use his ice make, states, I can't use magic? Sai explains, there's this other technique called rival bond, but it's useless since it turns you into someone as strong as you. But women I can crush easily. Wow, that is incredibly sexist. Holy shit. Go on. Not to mention, Juvia's not weak by any stretch of the imagination. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh shit! I didn't even think about this. This is the love link magic all over again. Gray's obviously in shock, but then Sai also explains, also, this alchemy has a side effect. And then we see the boat that Fairy Tail was using to head back to their continent. All the members of Fairy Tail look on in shock as Juvia questions, what happened, everyone? Is there something on Juvia's face? And Juvia now looks like Gray, and Kana says, you're not Juvia. Kana questions, why'd she turn into Gray out of nowhere? Lizana says, but she's still talking like Juvia. Elfman says, she's the man! Thank you, Elfman. Helpful as always. And Mira Jane just simply says, oh my, welcome back. Mira, no. And I guess Kana says, no, it's probably Juvia, even though it's Gray. Juvia promptly touches her face, going, and then screams, ee! Oh, God. Just shenanigans ensue. Juvia clutches herself, saying, Juvia's taking Gray-sama's form from loving him too much. Oh, God. Makarov comes up and says, is this a form of alchemy? Lavi questions, alchemy? Makarov explains, I've heard stories of alchemy that's no different from a curse, perhaps. While Juvia freaks out and says, anyway, having turned into Gray-sama, would it be alright to strip naked Juvia? No. And Kana explains, you're already half naked. And Juvia just goes flush from embarrassment. Everyone yells, Gray just fainted. Wait, is it Juvia? Either way, to the infirmary. Oh, what the hell? What a weird detour for this story to take. What? Meanwhile, Gray says, damn it. Sai, being a sexist scumbag, says, whoa there, little girls shouldn't be using that kind of language. Oh God, yep, here he comes. Gray then proceeds to unbutton his shirt and says, a woman, what are you getting at? Don't look down on Juvia. And then, out come the titties. Sai, like most people, blushes a little and goes, huh? And Gray realizes what he's doing and promptly closes his shirt up and thinking, that was close, almost stripped like I always do. Sai then uses transmute, destruction chain, and forms a chain out of nowhere. That's not how alchemy works! I mean, I guess Mashiba's trying not to be full-on Full Metal Alchemist, but the whole idea of alchemy is take one thing and turn it into something else. At least explain that you're taking, I don't know, dust particles from the air and turning them into chains. At this point, it just looks like some weird form of maker magic. Like, wasn't there an ability where you can essentially just make shit out of nothing? A magical ability? Just make things from your imagination? Gray sees this and says, well, he thinks to himself, I get it. It's the same as maker magic. So he can make something and use it as a weapon. Sai shouts, take this, and swings the chain at Gray. Gray easily dodges under the chain, and when Sai goes in for another strike, Gray once again easily dodges it, with Sai saying, what? Gray explains, this body sure can move, so Juvia's physical abilities are still the same. Sai is shocked. You mean this woman's a wizard too? Gray states, did you turn me into Juvia without even guessing that much? Gray easily dodges another swing from Sai's chain, stating, if I were Urza, you'd be finished by now. Sai questions, Urza? And Gray just simply states what should be obvious to most people. What I'm saying is, didn't you think it'd be possible that the woman I switch with would be stronger than me? And Sai's just like, I never thought of that. Like, you sexist asshole. But yeah, no, most of the women Gray doesn't really know weak women. But honestly, from everything I've seen, like, it feels like even Lucy could take this asshole down. I hate saying it like that. I hate saying it like I think Lucy's weak. I really do. Like, man, I really wish Lucy would win more fights. Gray simply states, geez, this guy's an idiot. God, Sai, stop being a sexist asshole. This asshole says, but all women are usually weak, right? I'm like, no! And Gray questions, how can you say that in this day and age? Where I'm from, the women are nothing but strong. Aren't there any powerful women at your guild? Sai comes to some kind of realization and says, There's the Signario sisters? Uh-oh. He's invoked their names, so that means they're gonna appear at some point. Gray simply states, well, there you go. And Sai starts freaking out. Like, he's full on freaking out. And Gray sees this and is like, the hell? And then Sai just shouts, I'm gonna get killed! I have to bring this stone with me! Like, I didn't realize it was that serious, dude. What the hell? Sai swings his chain in desperation at Grace, stating, stay out of my way! Grace, taken off guard, and says he's got faster. And as the chain approaches too fast for Gray to handle, he says, oh no! But, yeah, like, the chain just kinda goes through Juvia's water body. Like, Gray, buddy, you fought Juvia. You know what she's capable of. But then again, I'm guessing Gray assumed when Sai stated, oh, you can't use your magic, I guess he thought that means he can't use Juvia's magic as well. As just like, no, you didn't say that. He said you can't use your magic. I'm like, I was thinking about that. I should have said that. I'm like, wait, you can't use Ice Make magic, but you know Juvia's abilities. You've used Unison Ray before. You've seen her in action. You've fought her. You should have some idea of what Juvia can do, even if it's just basic attacks. But Juvia's ability to just turn her body into full-on water, it's honestly kind of broken in a lot of situations. And Gray just looks at his body, kind of got off guard, and just like, huh. And even Sai's like, huh? Hey, what's with your body? And as Gray's midsection reforms, he's just like, it's Juvia's magic. I get it now. It's not that I can't use magic. It's just that I can't use my magic, which means I can use Juvia's magic. That said, it's not something I can easily use. Water magic, it's almost like ice. And Gray starts to channel the ability. It should be the same magic family. I just gotta concentrate and find the magic power. Sai states nervously, what are you muttering about? Yeah, Juvia really doesn't use her ability anywhere close to how Maker magic is, so it would be a little bit of a challenge, but again, Gray's seen the ability in action, and he manages to conjure some water and says, yeah, this is it. I'll show you how strong Juvia is. Water make! Wait, okay. Is he going to be able to channel Juvia's magic and produce something new? Okay. And Sai sees Gray in the stance and he shouts, water alchemy? Now, I gotta say, I gotta be upfront. This feels like such a filler battle. This really feels like such a filler situation because it's just like, man, we're straight up in the middle of something. We got the side quest, finding the Dogra cores. This is really important. Life or death struggle. Who knows how long Natsu and Suzaku can hold out in all of this? Like, are they gonna be okay while Gray's dealing with this? I'm gonna be honest, fucking idiot. Because this guy doesn't seem strong. It's just his ability's tricky, which is fine enough. Thinking your way out of a odd ability is all well and good. And if Gold Owl's going to be a new opponent, I guess, then showing that even the lowest mook is decent and hard enough to deal with. I mean, you got me interested in how capable the Signario sisters are, but I don't know, man. I got the bad feeling that Mashima just wanted another antagonistic force, or to have Gray actually fight someone because he hasn't really done much in this. Maybe Gajiel's going to run into another member of Gold Owl or something like that. It's just weird because it's like, no, we were already dealing with Diablos in the Labyrinth. We already had that battle. And to just throw in another guild out of nowhere to have to contend with, it's not terrible. It's just kind of like, man, no, I don't really want to have to deal with this now. I don't know. I'll just have to believe in Mashima that he can pull off an interesting enough story from this. But for now, it's just, I don't know. it ain't doing it for me right now. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm at the very least interested to see if Gray channeling Juvia's abilities can create some new interesting abilities and maybe even develop some new form of power. I mean, it's an interesting enough way of making it so that Juvia can essentially have a fight without having a fight. It's just all weirdly roundabout. Cause man, for the longest time I was trying to justify Gajeel and Laxus's involvement in this whole fight when they were brought in. And Laxus, he had an amazing fight with Kieran. That was great, but it's the fact that Gajeel still hasn't done anything, and then Gray hasn't done much of anything, and now you're inserting this fight in so that Gray can have something, and it's just like, are you gonna do the same for Gajeel? That feels like you're losing the plot there a little bit. But I guess finding the dog records becomes too easy then? It's muddy. Maybe I'll change my mind by next chapter, but I'm interested to hear from you, so let me know your thoughts. And if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on the next one. But until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next video. And until that time, bye-bye!